Hey everyone, my name's Evan. I'm here with the Blue Ninjas, your trustworthy team of WordPress, e-learning, and WooCommerce experts. And if you like this type of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to put any comments of video ideas or questions you have in the comments section. Let's jump into it. So if you've been on the internet lately, you've probably heard of OpenAI's ChatGPT 3, 3.5, and now 4, the world's most advanced AI system. People are doing amazing things. They're writing blog posts. They're even writing short stories. They're doing coding with simple text prompts. They're doing amazing things with this software. So we thought that how could you monetize this software in a way that we can leverage LearnDash, which is an LMS for actually creating courses, and then be able to sell it and actually make some money. So here's an idea we're going to dive into on this video. So I quickly touched on what OpenAI has done with ChatGPT. It's an amazing tool that we can even create outlines and then create actual scripts for courses that we want to make, which is very powerful. And just to show you this power, I just have ChatGPT open right here. Give me 3 course ideas that have to do with LearnDash, and we'll let it think. Maybe it thinks a little bit longer. All right, so we just found 3 course ideas. This is just a little intro. LearnDash basics, advanced LearnDash techniques that also talks about gamification, badges, certificates, all the things that are pretty advanced in LearnDash. And then we go into the third one, which is effective online courses, objectives, creating effective course materials such as videos, so how to make a good course. So all these are great course ideas. But first of all, let's take a step back. Why would we even want to build a course? And a course is a great way of monetizing our knowledge as individuals. Now, using ChatGPT, it's a great way to monetize knowledge in general. I don't necessarily have to know all of these, but if I can make a good course about it, then it's a great way to use AI to monetize knowledge through a course in a very clear and concise way. So let's jump into this in this video about using AI, ChatGPT, and building courses. All right, so let's just jump into what is ChatGPT. It's a language model, a very complex language model that we fed tons of data, but it's an advanced language model that allows you to give it prompts and it delivers things, everything from, like I touched on, programming to responses, to answers to questions, to course outlines, to brainstorming ideas, to domain name ideas, everything you need to pretty much make business. So for those of us who struggle with creativity, it's a great tool. For those of us who struggle with writer's block, it's a great tool, and it has changed the dynamic from being able to be a good content creator to a good question asker. So that is the power of this tool right here. It does have some limitations. You cannot ask current, say, financial data. You really can't ask any financial data unless you put it in a story. What if, you know, in a situation like that. So it's trained to be relatively politically correct and not give you any financial advice. Other than that, very powerful tool. If you have any course or idea or outline, it really does help, maybe everywhere but the financial space. But still, it would be a great tool to start any sort of course brainstorm or course outline development, which we'll jump into more of actually how to build a course later on in this video. So the great thing about ChatGPT in terms of creating a course with it, it has literally leveled the playing field. I'm going to just throw this prompt in the background so we have something going while I'm speaking, but give me a course outline is what I'm writing for how to build a website on WordPress. So I'm going to just press that, it's going to type it out. But it's leveled the playing field. So no matter how much money you have, even if you have $0, you can use this tool to create an outline. A lot of times we would hire experts, maybe go on Upwork and pay hundreds of dollars just to get a course outline or get some ideas from an expert. Now, any of us can within seconds create a course outline and create some ideas. And now it's all about delivery, being able to communicate it well, and being able to do an on-screen tutorial to potentially show people how to actually build something that you're going to deliver in the course. For this example, it's how to build a WordPress site. And it's amazing the amount of modules and details they're doing. So potentially now you as a course creator are the orchestrator who then creates the outlines, the templates, and then you give this to people who are the content creators, or you can even use AI to do video-based content creation. So the possibilities are endless and the amount of time you need to spend is less and less due to this software. So let's say we have a 5-step model for creating a course using ChatGPT. The first one would be to define your course objectives. And that would be something maybe before you even ask the question of what your course is going to be. Maybe you want to teach people how to, do underwater basket weaving, or teach people how to, be your own representative for legal counsel. Some very abstract topics, but you can do all that now with at least creating the idea in your head. So step 1, idea, objectives. Step 2 is develop the course content. And a great way to develop the course content, like I did in this example, which we'll run with, I said, give me a course outline for how to build a website with WordPress. And now we have module. Each module could then be a video or a PDF file. And then we can then edit that, or we can even shorten this. I could even say, make it 4. So then we can get it to just 4 modules because, we want to make this a little more simple. And then we can have another course called Advanced WordPress Courses. So we can just kind of develop the structure in our head before we start building out content so it makes sense, including what's the next big course we're going to put after that. So keep thinking ahead. Now we can train ChatGPT on the topic. So we've had all these. Now we've got 4 modules, and we can then take something like this, create me a script for customizing menus in WordPress. So what would then happen is you take each little topic and you turn it into a script. You as the expert can know if it's good content, but it's much easier if you are then an editor rather than just the writer from nothing to something. So after we get this content all created, we as the expert or a hired expert would then go through and see, okay, this is correct. Should we add some screenshots or should we make a video? You can even take this and turn it into an audio file that can be played alongside this, or also have screenshots put into this file. And that can either be put out to someone else. I do not know a piece of AI tool that can add screenshots into a tutorial, but that should be coming soon. And the final process is getting someone to look at all of the different things that you've created from the top down. So remember, you have courses. Do they all fit together? Are they all consistent? Are you making videos? Do the videos match up in terms of style and theme? And then at that point, you could have a finished and customized course just for you, built almost entirely with AI, depending if you want to do the video recording or not. Okay, so since we're almost doing a live demo of creating a course, I do want to bring up 4 main important points for developing good course content. Number 1, use conversational tone. You don't want to sound like you're a lawyer or a professor. You want to be a peer, and this makes it much easier to comprehend and to listen to. 2, you're the expert, or you give it to an expert to make sure it's accurate. Sometimes there could be errors, we never know. Also, throw some interactive content in there. If you're using any LMS, and a couple great LMSs, for example, are LearnDash, Tutor LMS, a very powerful LMS, and then also Lifter LMS, all great plugins for WordPress. One thing that's also very good is you can add games and quizzes to make people more engaged. So they do a process, they take a quiz, and it helps reinforce long-term memory, which is very important and engaging so people aren't tired during your course. And then 4, give places where people can give feedback and support. Remember, the course is never static. It is always evolving, always growing. Okay, so you may now know how to create a course incredibly fast. And now the next step would be, okay, how do we monetize it? How do we make it? And that's where we get to the part of, you can do this yourself. You can use your LearnDash, Tutor LMS, or Lifter. But if you want some help on the back end building this out, there still isn't AI to do this. So that's why we're still here to help you. We've been in business over 7 years. We've built over 300 sites, and we help you with your LearnDash site, WooCommerce site, BuddyBoss, and WordPress plugins, or any combination of these. So what we can do is help you build your LearnDash site. Even if you just had some content you created and started building out some things, we can do a quick launch service that takes you from a point of just having content or ideas to actually having a running and functional site where people can pay you money and you can make money for yourself for one of these courses you develop. So if you're interested, make sure to scroll to the bottom, put in your information, we'll get back to you. And other than that, if you have any other questions, make sure to hit them in the comment section. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will definitely see you on the next video.